Hello everybody, in this video we want to look at how we can working with a file and directories in a Golang. So for the first steps we want to look at how we can check one directories exists or not. We can do that by using os.stat. So for that I will import os and if o can write and error is equal to os.stat, it will return os file info. So in here we will write file info and error, and if error is not nil, does that mean we have some error? For example, we want to check out we write log file is exists or not. Always in the programming codes you have to write 2 / line because one is not working in here. So if we write 1 / it will get error because it can be / or n or anything. So we write 2 of them, and here we say log.txt. If an error is wasn't null and we have an error in here, we can check our error is errors that is os dot error not exist. If not exists, we can say return and println log file is not exist. Else fmt dot println this line is saying that some other error like the permissions and other of the errors, and if it's not exists we just return the file from that. And after that, in a file info we have some information about our file, for example, and also we can check that and say if dot is dirser fmt dot println, we can write on the directory. The other information we have on that, we have a name and modified time and so on and so forth. For example, if we want to see, we can see the name by saying file name is fileinfo.name. So what we are doing in here, name is function. Okay, what we are doing in here, we just read a text file from this path, and if it doesn't exist, we say like file is not exist, and if it have another error, we just return that. In here we can make sure our file isn't directory, and in here we can put in comment check the file exists and get file info of that. This is our first step. So in next step we will read all text from that, and we will append the data into it. Okay, in here we can write our create our file if it's not exist, saying os.create and file path. It will return an error, and can say if error is not nil. We don't need this line of code anymore. Instead of that, we can say in here cannot create a file or log.fatal error. If we run our code now, as you can see, a log.text is created for us, and in here we want to write some or read some data from it. For example, in here I read all text data from file and print them. So what we are doing in here is that we open our file saying we have a create method and another for open file. I want to open my file because I want to read that. The first argument it gets is that path, and then second one is what you want to do with your file. For example, os.create or read or read only. Let's check that. Open the file, read only, write only, read write. Those are permissions, and for that purpose, and we have another argument next one, and this is a hex number. Always pretty sure put that 0644 because this is a permission of file and we need to it have admin permission. You can read more about that, but now I know this about that. If our error is not nil, as always we fatal our error and we need one scanner. So saying scanner, we have a class of IO scanner on our file we have a 4 on that. Don't get in any argument and fmt.println scanner dot text. For example, this is a test line. So if we run this line code, you can see by this is a test line. File name is log, and in here in the /, and also we need to close our file, but I'm pretty sure while it's open we don't get in any error because I opened that before, but it can make a trouble for you if you keep your file always open. So we need to close that. And don't getting any error because it's open. I don't know why, but sometimes when a file is open, you can't use that on another app. So in here we need to close our file, and in the end of the here we can say defer file dot close. Finally, we are here to write the text file. So write logs on the file. File have a method for writing. It can get some bytes, or for example test text in the file. It can get a byte, or we can write a text string directly. If I run that code, you can see nothing is not written on the text file. Why is nothing written on that? Because the reason is we don't have permission for it. We have a permission read only. We can add another permission, write only, and that's write. But the problem is in here, I don't need to write, because if I write and writing something new, like sample, it's alright that text on the beginning of my text. I don't want that. I want to append lines. So instead of write only, we can say append. So now if I run that line of code, the sample is coming on the next line instead of writing at the beginning of the text. I write a for in I is equal to range 10 and time dot sleep 10 seconds. I write a string fmt.sprintf log number I. I think int is getting digit. It's a digit. Okay, next. We need a \n on the end because I want to write that next, like next of each other. And another thing we need to write it here. We can say dt is equal to time.now. But for its be a string, we need to format that with saying we have a string in here and saying dt.format. With a format of the date, we can convert it to the form of the string we want, the year of the log, and the month 02, and instead of writing day, I use or plus that by some string like 0 plus I string. So each 10 seconds we write some, no, for second we have to say time dot second. Every 3 seconds or 4 seconds I think it have to be enough. So in here, after each 4 seconds, you can see log number 0 is something like that. Date is wrong. Let me to run that again. Every 2 seconds, as you can see, we can read some light text from that. Let's see that one time more. Now, as you can see, the log number 0 is, the day is wrong because I have to be plus that with 1, but don't care about that for now. And log number is right that immediately. And as you can see, we have a write our logs in the file. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe if you like.